Oh man. So we eat Russia, which means we're at war with Ming. Because Russia was a tributary state of Ming. So we're fighting Ming, but of course, my troops are here. And in a world conquest, you don't want to just... Especially in the late game, you don't want to just, like, walk over to Ming, beat up Ming, and then beat up the stuff in between, right? Troop travel time is a big-ass issue in the late game in World Conquest. So if you have your troops over here, you may as well also fight Yaren and Charkant, right? I can't feed it to vassals because they're all at 500% overextension. More than, well, they're another 500% overextension. They're at like 100%. Because I literally cannot feed them more. If I transfer occupation and feed them over 100% that way, the war score is going to be way too high because they don't have absolutism. They don't have max absolutism like I do. In fact, they raised autonomy on every single province, so their absolutism is at literally 0. So the only admin efficiency we have to work with is the ones that they get from tech, which is at most 30. Which means that if you transfer occupation from shit over to your vassals, you can't full annex anything, right? So you have to take it yourself. And because we're at war, we can't grant province to our vassals now either. So even if they do finish scoring land, I can't fix my overextension until after we peace out Ming. So we're at about 100% overextension now. But yeah, watch this. Oh god. Yeah, so that was really ugly. I think we hit 400% overextension, and you can only imagine what that felt like. That was really fucking shit. But thankfully, we managed to peace out Ming and redistribute this land. We're still way over 100% here, but I'm trying to core some of this land myself, because I'm, like the vassals, I've got so many, but they all only have 30% admin efficiency, so they're really sucking right now. In the meantime, in the New World, I'm colonizing like crazy. Not that you need to colonize every single province for a one faith, but I want to, right? It's more epic if literally every province is converted. So, finishing up the partitioning of Ming, and you can bet your ass we're just truce breaking the shit out of Ming. I'm coring as much land as I can, given my admin points, myself, to help out my vassals, and we're giving the trade company land to our Asian vassals, which are Syria, Najd, Yemen, Iraq, Majapahit, Malabar, Vanad, Vijayanagar, and... oh, we released Jharkhand, right. We released Jharkhand, they also picked religious ideals, because I was... I mean, it's just too terrible. Also, Utsang is my vassal now, actually. Yeah, Utsang is my vassal as well. And so, yeah, all the Asian land is going over to my my Asian vassals, and the non-trade company land is being given over to Bremen, Verden, and Alsace. I said Avignon had unrestricted coring before, but it was definitely Bremen, Verden, and Alsace, and nobody else got it. That's just unlucky. Given that I have like freaking 25 vassals at this point, and I just can't get my stupid vassals to get unrestricted coring. Oh my god, that was a real struggle. So, nearing the end of this now, the only people that are still independent are the Ottomans, Hungary, Sweden, which Sweden had like freaking 400,000 troops. I don't even know what those guys were up to, but they had like 400,000 troops, and they were really strong. And at this point, our troops absolute garbage, right? Because I still haven't picked a fucking military idea, because we couldn't, because I'm picking all this stuff that gives missionary strength, which in hindsight I could have just used my vassals and gotten a little bit stronger troops. So partitioning Korea, and we're doing this in such a way so that we always make sure that after we piece the next guy out, that I can grant provinces away. So one cheap-ass province will be given to Malabar here. But you can't see that because the timeline doesn't show that because it all happens within a day. But I only transfer one province over to the vassals, and then I grant the rest of them away. But just so that they have a province nearby, so because you can only grant adjacent provinces. So here I make sure that Majapahit has one sea zone to Japan. Same counts for, well, Elsa's doesn't matter because they've got unrestricted coring. But Syria, same deal like that, and then Malabar like this. And I count the provinces, which is why this was so tedious. I count the provinces on all of the vassals, see how much do they still need to convert, and then, you know, okay, they can have this land, how much do they need to core? For example, for Vijayanagar, we're not feeding them too much land because they're having trouble with converting the land as it is. And people like Cologne have trouble coring the land, so they can convert land just fine, but I have to give them my cores that I still need to convert, right? So that's kind of how that works. And I searched for Spanish music, basically. But yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's keep going. It's 1800, clock is ticking, and every year I'm counting, like literally every year I'm counting how many provinces do we still need to convert, how many more years do we have, and the number is just going down so slowly, so I got really worried here. But I knew, you know, we have infinite freaking vassals, this should be possible. So the rest of the Ottomans is eaten, Scandinavia is eaten, which Sweden, like this bit, the 13 colonies, this was really freaking scary too, because I made my colonial nations declare war on the Swedish colonial nation like 5 times, and they, oh god, they were so bad. They were so bad. Like, they kept losing wars, which meant that Swedish freaking 13 colonies got Jewish provinces that they were converting, and it was freaking 1800. So if they converted that land, we'd be fucked because we'd never be able to convert it. So that had to be put a stop to. We had to put a stop to that. So Sweden was next, and that was an awful war. Just, awful. So we're getting a little bit more vassals here. Kiev got released, and no, that's it. It still shows Hungary in these provinces in Bohemia and Silesia. But don't worry, nobody owns these provinces. It's because we started this campaign in the previous patch, and then the patch hit and these provinces got added in, but nobody owns these, and they are no religion. So yeah, the final couple of decades happen. We start to invade Daiviet, and the last province that we had to take out was Pegu. So now we own the world, right? All of the world is mine. There is no independent country left. Everybody has been conquered. It's all my vassals. So now the only thing we need to do is convert the land. So I release Ayutthaya and Sadia after converting their land and making them Jewish. And we're coring the land ourselves here and then giving it to Najd, because Najd sucks at coring land. Well, they don't innately suck at coring land, but my Najd fucking sucked at coring land. So I cored the land myself and then give it over to Najd, because they've got so many missionaries. They're so good, so amazing. But we have another problem now, because now Canada over here just has way too many provinces. They can convert the land. They can convert one province every 12 months. Well, one province every 12 months. He's got like a freaking 100 provinces, right? So we need to intervene here, which we do by making them independent, just releasing them, and then we fight a war. And what we did here is really clever. I took some of the land myself because I knew I could convert that. What we did here is we gave 4 provinces to Bremen. We gave 4 provinces to Alsace, and we gave 4 provinces to Verden. That means that they did not spawn a colonial nation, and because they had unrestricted coring, it was easy peasy sleazy weezy. They could core everything, right? So they core the land just fine. They convert the land just fine because they're super good at converting. And during this time, I released more vassals, Perm, the Kamchadals, and I just start giving away all of my land that I still need to convert. I also, every year I do a head count of all of the provinces that still need to be converted. I look at the map a lot too, to see where there's still land that needs to be converted. And if I see a vassal being too slow, I seize the land and then give it over to a different vassal. So that we're doing this a lot, right? So seize land from Cologne, and then Cologne owned all of this, but I just seized it and gave it to Bremen instead, because they were done with converting. And I don't actually like look at their provinces and count. What I do is I click on the dudes and then I check their religious unity unrest modifier, and if it's not there, well, it's there because I mean I'm putting these guys to work, right? But if it's above a certain point, I'd be like, oh, well, this guy has negative 0.5 unrest because of religious unity, and this guy has 0.75. So Cologne has a little bit more land that they need to convert than Bremen, so we should take some land from Cologne and give it to Bremen until it's more or less equalized. And then you know, keep restructuring until you're happy with everything. Also, we are colonizing provinces like nobody's business right now, to wrap this up. So I didn't move my capital for this, but I was pretty sure we were going to get here on time, so yeah. So now I think every province in these two were the last provinces that we had to colonize, and as you can see here, keep restructuring shit. Canada, by the way, I released them, but they were still Jewish, of course, so they were still converting a couple provinces. And the very last province of this ordeal was Sunderbans, which got converted in August 1818. This last redevelopment province, converted by Malabar. So yeah, this is a really epic journey. But it was just gonna be too long for YouTube, so I did like this. I'm probably gonna do it for other really long campaigns as well. So, but I had to wrap this up, right? Because the new patch is coming out soon. So, it had to be wrapped up. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much that. Thank you for watching. I'll do one more timeline thing from the start, just from start to finish. With no commentary, and then we are going to be playing as a Careman in the next batch, and we are going to form Russia, because the new DLC is called Third Rome. We're to be forming Russia as Careman and getting 1 million Streltsy, but we're also going to get 1 million banners. The reason why we picked Careman is because they have culture conversion cost reduction, and Russia is going to lose their culture conversion cost reduction in the next batch. So I'm going to call it something like hashtag give Russia back culture conversion cost reduction. So yeah, we're basically doing that. Getting 1,000 of those new, a million of those new units, and 1 million of those banner units. And we'll see how it goes from there. But anyway, so we were playing a lot of The Lord of the Rings during this, and well, you know how that movie has like 8 different endings? Yeah, sorry about this, but I'm pretty sure people would like to, I don't know, see the religious map modes. There you go. So everything is Jewish as it's supposed to be. Every single province is colonized. It's also a lot prettier to look at than the awful border core, except for the wrinkles, little bit of an old religion anyway. Diplomatic map mode, almost everybody is my vassal. There's a couple people independent, and they are great powers, but if I click on the great powers, the game crashes, so I'm not going to be doing that. I know, that's a bit of a weird bug, but yeah, Canada is still independent, so is Choctaw and Fulo, but they're all Jewish, so it doesn't really matter. In terms of debt, we just went bankrupt again, which is kind of unbelievable. It means we spent like 2 million, more than 2 million, like 3 million ducats from 1736 when we did the trick the first time to now. So we spend a lot of ducats, but that's also because our inflation is at 313%. We actually just went bankrupt, so it went down a lot because, you know, if you go bankrupt, it cuts your inflation by like 25%. So anyway, troop numbers. We have like almost no troops because they all died, but we could have about 1 million. So that's nice. Banana, 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 banana. So yeah, that's probably all that you wanted to look at. Because there is a statistics screen. What the fuck is this? Alright, so we played as Spain, and we started as Ethiopia. Longest reigning ruler was Moses I, who ruled our country for 45 years. Fuck yes. Superior genes had nothing to do with birds, naturally. That's above the average, who averaged 12.4 years. Jesus, you guys really like killing your heirs. We lost 7 wars, which I can already tell you, those were wars that people declared upon us, and then we gave them 10,000 ducats. Killed 4,000 people every year. Really? Surprising, I thought that'd be every day. And we lost 0 units. When I first opened this up right after the stream, this was in the negatives. So we lost negative units. Don't know why that is. It seems a bit bugged out. We wiped 103 nations of the earth. Annexed 2013 provinces, which I can already tell you we don't have 2013 provinces. I gave that shit away. But I did annex it at one point. Yeah, so we gave 1,473 provinces away to vassals. Best leader was Bartholomew Fitzjames, 6634. Nation was Jewish. Nobody played as a Jew. Fun times. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Ideas were religious, exploration, admin, influence, diplomatic, innovative, and offensive. I'm pretty sure we had something else instead of exploration. No, we didn't. We actually picked this and kept this the entire game. So yeah, 687 provinces. Oh, and oh, here you can still see that we started as Ethiopia for East African tech. Fuck yes. So this is the actual end, the real end of the end of the end of the Jewish one faith. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. See ya.